What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Prince Okeezy for his donation to the channel. All right, man. I really appreciate it. And to be honest with you, man, I really don't feel like I deserve it. I haven't really been active, this first half of September. But I'm fine now. You know what I'm saying? I uploaded on Patreon earlier today. I'm sorry for all you guys who, you know, basically, I'm sorry for just not having been active, okay? But the second half of September will be totally different from the first half of September. I'm fully healed, you know what I'm saying, ready to go. I just had to make some adjustments as to how I'm going to upload because my day is a little different now as far as personal, as far as time is concerned. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments as to when I'm able to upload, but I'm totally free on weekends, so most of my uploading is going to be on the weekends. So I'm just letting you guys know that up front. Just going to have to pull this plug in there. If you want to, if you choose to donate to Too Raw for TV, you can do so in links provided in the description box below via the PayPal or the Cash App. And as I always imbue to you guys, I strongly advise you guys to upload to the Patreon. I know I've been inactive the first half of September, but that will be different and that will change. All right. I will be uploading on Patreon and YouTube very frequently this weekend. And I mean very frequently. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and talk about this issue right here. Shaun Livingston. Shaun Livingston announced his retirement on Instagram. You know, it's interesting. Back in the day, that people used to make their announcements through a press wire or something like that, or through an agent. But with all these social media outlets, you don't need that anymore. Um, these players even really need an agent anymore? Aren't agents kind of antiquated? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, via Instagram, Shaun Livingston said, quote, "After 15 years in the NBA, I'm excited, sad, fortunate, and grateful all in one breath. Hard to put into a caption all of the emotions it takes to try and accomplish your dreams. I wasn't supposed to be here. Anybody that has beat the odds understands the mental and emotional strain it takes to inspire yourself on an uphill war, let alone inspire others. The injury gave me a chance to find and prove to myself and the world that I wouldn't be defined by my circumstances. With my time in the league, what I would be most proud of is the fact that my character, values, and faith were tested, and I persevered." All right. Shaun Livingston was selected with the number 4 overall pick in the 2004 NBA draft. And I remember Shaun Livingston when he was drafted. That's when he had the big afro, and he was with the Clippers, and he was. I remember him being really athletic back then, and more of a. I remember him being more of a slasher. I didn't really see a lot of Clippers games back then, but I know he was more explosive. But then he suffered an injury, and it's one of the most gruesome injuries you'll find in basketball. Like when I remember, I think it was like 2007, 8, somewhere around that time period when he had that knee injury, and I thought his career was over. But he was able to come back from that, but he had to alter how he played. Became more fundamental. Became more of a cog, more of a role player per se, but a very good role player. Very good role player, and I remember he was one of the few players who still mastered the mid range, and that was a huge asset for the Golden State Warriors. Um, you know what I'm saying, to have a guy that was so consistent from mid range, and he helped them on their way to 3 NBA championships: 2015, 2017, and 2018. But the last couple of years, you could tell that Shaun Livingston was a shell of himself, especially this past year. He didn't look anything like how he looked even in his faded years with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Um, So yeah, Shaun Livingston really had declined as a basketball player especially the last season. I kind of could tell that he was on his last legs. You know what I'm saying? Literally, not just figuratively. But trying to look at some stuff about Shaun Livingston right quick. It was in 2007. Um, Livingston later played for the Miami Heat, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Washington Wizards, the Charlotte Bobcats, Milwaukee Bucks, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Brooklyn Nets. Damn, I forgot he was that much of a journeyman before he found, Golden State. I remember him playing with the Heat, but I don't remember him playing with the Bucks. But just looking at his achievements, three-time NBA champion, of course, McDonald's All-American 2004, First Team Parade Magazine All-American 2004, Fourth Team Parade All-American 2003, and Illinois Mr. Basketball in 2004. Of course, like I said, he had his best years with the Clippers for his career. In 833 games played, he averaged 6.3 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Shaun Livingston primarily played the point guard position, although in 2011, 2012, he played the shooting guard position for the Milwaukee Bucks. For the Clippers, I think his best year would have been the year he got injured when he averaged 9.3 points on 46% shooting, and missed the entire 2007-2008 season due to that gruesome knee injury. Very fine player. Um, is he a Hall of Famer? No. I mean, let's just be honest. And this is a growing trend I'm noticing with people. Like, I don't think people understand what the exact criteria is for Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people could have their own viewpoints on this, but you have to have been, in my opinion, at least a player that was dominant at your position for a length of time. To me, it has to be something. It has to be something approaching a decade. Um, Players seem to get injured more frequently now for some reason. I think it's possibly more weight. Um, but Shaun Livingston is not a Hall of Famer, but he's a very fine player, and he'll be missed. He was one of the good guys in the NBA, and a type of class player that you're not seeing as often as you would like. So, pretty much that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Warriors team, the pieces kind of still there, at least the Splash Brothers. Clay might come back late this season. Steph's going to have a lot of them on his plate now, but now that you see guys like Andre Iguodala no longer with the Warriors, now Shaun Livingston retired, it's like it's not quite the same team anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's sort of like the Lakers to me after Michael Cooper retired, or the Celtics when the late great Dennis Johnson retired. Yeah, you had Bird, McKellen, Parrish, but it was like, I don't know, it's like something was different. Like with Danny Ainge traded and then Dennis Johnson gone, it's not the same team, or like with the Lakers, like I said, Michael Thompson retired, you know, and then Kareem retired the year before that. It wasn't the same team, Like, I mean, you still had a lot of the key pieces there, but it wasn't exactly Showtime. It wasn't exactly lunch pail Boston Celtics. So it's like it's not quite the same team. They're going to have to reconfigure themselves, and some of the pieces I don't know if they're going to fit quite well. we'll see. Uh, but that's pretty much it, man. Shaun Livingston. Tell me what you guys think.